at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And he returns this to the 22. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Cowan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. going back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw. Deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Cowan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
McPherson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
Down to the 41. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A solid stiff arm. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Packers come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Cowan.
Going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
Quick slant caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Off the play fake. Cowan going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action. Cowan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
19 Tigers, 19 Tigers.
A give to Henry, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On play action, they'll throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They'll run. It's Henry. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion outside the 30. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Gano's kick is good, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before break. Cowan, he's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cowan. This is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite their lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Able to get this one to McBride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Goes right back to McBride.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. 60 vices, 60 vices.
Henry is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check that.
Henry again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Trey McBride.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Off the play fake. Cowan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
to about the 26 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the counter, it's Henry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pat! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
2nd and 11. His throw incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Cowan. And now here is another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or 2 at most.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Draw play. This is Henry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Off-play action. Cowan.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Cowan.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
54 yards.
And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive. Cowan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Cowan. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, Cowan. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11.
Warriors 70, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll drop to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
Come on, set.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's got room. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gano the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Cowboy 80, Cougar 19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cowan, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Red. Go.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.